yata gusto mauna.
Yeah, actually, nauna dito ang Blacklist International doon sa weeks. Nabasa kasi nila na nauna na yung Blacklist International. So, isang team MPL-ph Esports na ayaw magpasindak in terms of push. So, wala sila munang gagawin sa bouncing ball out, si Heat. Ang gandong sayaw dito sa taas. Oo.
Pero nakuha ni full clip yung coin. That is it. Wow. Napaka-control. Napaka-control ng mga players natin ngayon. Ang init na nun. Ang init na nun.
Walang nangyari doon pero pwede yun sa Gillette Instant Replay Kasi alam mo yung nagkatinginan lang and then it goes. Oo.
Yun yung parinigan Nagpaparinigan na yun sa social media. Pag ganon.
Oo, susugod ka? Susugod ka? Pigilan mo. Parang ganon yung nangyari. Pero kumalit na ata.
Kasi dito at yumakam na rin si GC. Kaso sino tumamaya kay Ace? Yung pala kasi Aqua. Dumaga pero wala pa rin mamamatay mawawala.
Wow, man. Both of these guys respecting each other. Doon sa bandang crab coin, alam kasi ng bawat isa na mataas yung CC mechanic and initiating disengage factor ng bawat isa. So, gusto lang nila makakuha dito ng magandang vision para makapag-umpisa. Pero wala pa rin nag-give up. Shinbu, kumbaga sa ligawan, walang nauuna. Kumbaga, walang nagchat.
Walang nagchat. Paano tayo magkakatuluyan yan? Like puro reacts lang. Nangyari sa'yo, full clip here. First blood secured against Heat. Pero take note na nakuha pa rin ni GC yung turtle bomb.
That was the exchange just to get the turtle bomb. Pero ang pag-uusapan natin is going to be the level and the gold na pwedeng makuha actually ng Blacklist International because of that first blood. We are now at the second rotation ng ating Bobs. Let's look at the Gillette instant replay. I think Heat sinakripisyo na lang din yung sarili niya doon to get the zone on the turtle. Importante yun kasi again, this is a Hayabusa. If the Hayabusa uses the shadow kill sa Ling, mag-ultimate lang yung Ling, easy, wala lang din yung shadow kill. Plus, again, may popol and bukpa pa. So, the units ay nakaka-apekto doon sa shadow kill.
Beautiful follow-up by Ace. Akala ko parang lumalaro lang si Curl Z, but it was wise play, wise macro ng Omega.
Napakagandang macro nga. Si full clip naman ang mahuli ata dito, pero makaka-out lang siya. Ben, grabe. Sabi ni Ace, parang tinitignan niya si Curtizy kanina nung unang panahon. Ganyan din ako
Diyan din ako mag-setup Tara, bakaban kita, di ba?
Parang nakita niya
Marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan si Ace, tol.
Yes. Nakita ni Ace kanina, sisipa na to Parang advanced din yung ginawa ni Ace kanina.
Alam na ni Ace kaya alam na yung paano ang video.
Alam niya
Ace, simple pa ayaw ipik yung choke, so supportahan lang din naman
Kasi hindi natin in-expect, di ba? Akala natin si Curtizy, dumatash in, dash out lang. Pero sabi ni Ace, alam mo, Kurt, nung panahon ko, ginagawa ko rin yan. Alam ko, kailangan supportahan kita dyan. Dahil kung hindi yun mamamatay. At dahil
parang ano lang yan Parang yung nagchuchok ako tapos pumaparsa si UG. Kasi hindi gumagalaw yung gumagalaw yung parsa. Gumagalaw pa yung parsa nun.
Iba pa yung parsa nun. And in this time, because of that kill, na-negate dito yung potential pwedeng push na gawin ng Blacklist International sa top lane kasi gusto sana nilang masustain yung bot Pero ngayon, nalipat na tayo dito sa turtle. Man, grabe yung respeto talaga Hindi siya
respeto, tol.
Alam nila yung damage capability, alam nila yung vision control na meron ng Blacklist International for the side of Omega. Ganon din. Inipit.
Tingin dito, wala nang takas yan, men. Kay Hit dito. Okay, hindi nila kinumit, hindi nila alam kung sino nasa side brush. Pero dito sa may pinakababa, sa meron ako si Aqua, Dragon Aqua, will go for the wave clear. Wala pa rin natutulak na Torre dito. Pinasimulan na yung turtle kasi alam nila na walang darating na Black Dragon form. May dumating doon, Avatar of Guardian ngayon. Turtle naman ang Sparipol, grab na Pilpos dito, Sparing Toshi, and Toshi here. But to flicker out, syempre, Blade of Devils pala yun. Grab some blades, bumba out, battle din, bumomba dyan. Si Edward ng kanyang meteor shower. Mga kaibigan, si Hit will have to walk away. And that's the push to be completed and dead ng mga taga-Blacklist International.
Kabombahan, Shin, doon sa bandang turtle pit. Alam ng Blacklist International dito na dalawa sa MPL-ph ang ginugo yung dragon na si Aqua. Without the Black Dragon form, nag-command na si Aqua napapunta na dyan si Hayes. Medyo malayo pa yung paglipad ni Hayes doon sa turtle pit. Kaya sinabi ng Blacklist, tara, kailangan na natin i-take to. That was a 4-on-3 fight. And MPL-ph, they respected Blacklist International. Hindi sila nag-go too deep. Hindi sila nag-overstay. Ang ginawa na lang nila, sige, exchange natin yung bottom lane sa mid lane and the turtle. It's still an even ball game kahit unti-unting lumalamang ang Blacklist International.
At ayun na nga, Shin. Classic naman yan. Alam naman talaga yan. Ginawa ni Edward dito, Gigil, pinakaharapan, aray. Ang naramdaman doon ni Hayes ngayon. Saluk-sag yung mid-short serve. Hindi niya na naituloy yung kante.
Oo nga eh. Parang bitin dito yung follow-up na nakakakuha dito si Heat. Ang mahirap kasi dito, it's Hayabusa na kailangan pang bumuelo ng onte. No? Mas mabilis yung league kasi eh, kung kahit papano. Pero pag nakuha ng MPL-ph, yung isang mabilis na burst, pwede sila makapatay na parang ganyan. Oh, pero kulang pa rin yung damage.
Sobrang mapanganib yun ang ginawa ni Hayes. Buti na lang kulang nga yung damage. Mga tolo, recall siya. Uwi siya, hindi off.
Uwi siya eh, no? Pero ang dami ng open dito sa side ng MPL-ph. Edward has the capability to spam every wave there is. So as the Parsa. So still, Shin, hindi mo pa rin masabi. Pagalingan na ng ano to eh. Pagalingan na lang ng pasok eh. Parang unang pumitik, talo eh.
May pagka kasi, may pang-react talaga na napakadali ng isa't isa. So, feeling ko, kanina, yung signal, kakulangan ng membro para sa turtle, di ba? Yung may Hayes. So, feeling ko yun na lang mag-decide ng laro. Mid lane third is destroyed though. Nakomplete na kaya Busa. Eso naman, wala na ang Hurricane Dance. Ang kulat ni Eso na, daming binabato kay Eso dito. Pwede pumalo ang full click there, goes in. And iko-commit nila Aqua. Willing sila na kumuha. 4v5 na laban dyan. Inip pumompya, kasama yung Sensodog. Tapos crowd control ni Boshi naman doon. And Edward goes in. Sen starts na bayad. Hindi yan nililipat. Flicker up na ni Toshi. Pura na naman ang isa pang membro dito. Omega, PH at CC. Susunod ng Dansit. Kita mo lunod. Mga membro dito ng Omega kahit 4 lang ang nasa blacklist. Palay yan. Lipat ng game? Hindi.
Lipat game. Hindi lipat game, kundi lipat game. Ayun ang ginawa dito. Wala nang sumunod, pero si Kurt Easy dito ay nanonood. Kukunin niya dito Lito Wanderer, pero it failed. He tried. He is now trying to negate this Lord take. Unfortunately, Eason was too tanky for MPL-ph to deal with. Ang daming masyadong nakomit na skills hanggat sa nagkagulo-gulo na. Blacklist International took advantage in good.
Galing mag-execute ng Blacklist International. Silipin mo tong Gillette Instant Replay.
Wow. Kanina, ang ganda na sana ng huli nila kay Eson, pero again, na-commit nila yung taunt ni Gatot Kacha. The show was too far, and nakita yun ng Blacklist, o tara, magtabi-tabi na tayo dahil wala na silang pang-counter go. And yun yung naging opportunity nila to take that victory and to take that Lord. Omega Esports, again, hindi pa tapos, pero hindi sila makalapit because of this Chang'o damage.
No meteor shower. Tapos tingnan mo, may ult pa rin kaagad si Edward. May ult pa rin. Probably visual lang yata siguro.
Mabilis yung cooldown ng Shin.
Talaga? Oo, mabilis lang naman. Ang di nag-cooldown.
Depende sa item siguro. He has the mage. May CDR yun eh. So pwede ka mag-item ng CDR tapos yung emblem pa na CDR. Parang hindi lang nag-cooldown.
Talaga eh, no? Tuloy-tuloy naman lang. Ayun na, 10 stars ulit mga kaibigan. Avatar of Guardian, walang tinamaan. Naku po! Ako dito sa likod. Buti na lang tinadya ka ni Currency paloob. Pero si Toshi, so kaya wala ng damage mula dito sa blacklist. And of course, alam mo ginagawang trabaho dito, inubos na ang bala because full clip din nila para mawala yung inhibitor turret doon sa taas. That's gonna be going for the plane of Tempest goes for hit and of course, wasak na rin punit itong ating mid lane inhibitor turret.
Grabe, ubos, pati panto, boss. Mukhang visual nga ata yung ulti shield, but it doesn't matter kasi it's helping Team Blacklist International to negate the initiation from Heat, to negate the initiation from Kurt Easy. Bago pa lang makalapit, sina Mr. Fundamental dito, binubuhusan na sila ng mga Dead Stars. And besides that, nakikita sila lagi ni Eson.
Tsaka, grabe yung ibang blacklist to, yung execution, napaka
linis.
Power dive yun, hindi ganun kadali mag-execute ng inhibitor turret dive eh.
Yes.
Tol, alam mo, feeling ko itong blacklist.
Ang ganda,
kumukumpleto ng listahan eh, no? Parang lista mo na yan.
Lista mo na sa karinderya eh.
Oo,
parang ganun ang mangyayari. You just made the list. Sabi dito ng blacklist. Heat, naku, bulado na naman. And look at this. Heat is trying his best to initiate something. But then again, ang daming gwardiya eh. Yung Sensstars, oo, tsaka yung aso. And Ben, nag-agree ako sa'yo na it seems like Blacklist International talagang naghanda. Again, ikaw na nagsabi, wala sila sa radar eh.
Wala sa radar.
So, ito yung pinag-training nila doon sa time capsule. And it seems like walang asim movements ngayon sa lineup nila eh. Talagang, hintay tayo item, hintay tayo mawala yung isang hero sa map, hintay pag tayo magpakita, and then tsaka mong i-go. Kapag overcommit, game.
Hindi ko rin alam eh. Hindi ko rin alam paano re-respond dito yung MPL-ph Sports kasi break na yung initiates nila eh. And sa totoo lang, yung damage nila kulang na yan. Kahit mag-feather airstrike chase, kulang na yan. Pwede mo yan hintayin eh. Pwede mo na hintayin. Kung nakaka ng inhibitor turret, yung timers dito, pwedeng install na to ng blacklist, no? Hindi nila tapusin kaagad. Omega will defend, pero magkaka-luminous lord eh. Tapos Cargo yung nasa likod ng luminous lord.
Oh my.
Hirap defend.
Yeah, Luminous Lord is under 30 seconds. She look at the scores. Napakababa. I think
Napakababa.
ang laki ng chance ng blacklist ng Omega-ph sana to snowball then just like this. Kung iba yung nangyari. Sige, siguro nagmamatter din yung positioning ng mga turtle kanina. Ng mga first few turtles para paunahan doon sa purple. No? Man, but ang daming respect na ginawa nitong dalawang teams. I know na Blacklist International takot sila sa damage ngayon ng Omega-ph, pero I think huli na ang lahat. Umabot na sa punto na ang Blacklist International sa
mind games tol. Ang nag-4-1 yung Ling.
Oo nga.
Easy rotate. Lord. Easy rotate, Lord. Pwede na yun. Kilalaban pa?
Mukhang kilalaban. Walang nahuli. No.
Walang Ling yan ha.
Okay. Pero tinatakot ng Blacklist kasi mabilis ang ring rumisponde eh.
Yeah.
At look at this, inabangan nila yung purple. Up until the 20-minute mark. Gusto nilang i-suppress. Ang Omega-ph na. And mukhang mahirap ang Omega dito. Let's see kung may miracle na ba, Shinbu.
Simula na yan, Lord. Siguro, inalis lang talaga nila yung purple. Kasi during this fight breaks out, walang ka-purple-purple nga mga membro dito na ang blacklist ay ng mga taga-Omega. Let's see here na wala na din yung pagkatao dito ni Ahmad ay naging dragon. Talot doon, hit ngayon, bouncy ball, palayo. Pero kita mo naman dito, mabibigo yung buhay nila Earthsea, nila GZ, upon the meteor shower na pinatahan dito ni Edward. And that's it, that's gonna be hit. Yung hit niya, ginawang lamig dito ng mga taga-blacklist. At totoo, paring Manjit, ilista mo na yan kasi meron na namang brinake yung code dito. Mga kaibigan ng Blacklist International, they're gonna go for the base, no minion wave. And I think that should be it. Makaligtas pa rin naman at makakahinga ng konting-konti ang Omega.
So much for that final word, Shinbu. I think it's over also. Ladies and gents, look at this. Panoorin natin kung paano basagin ang base.
Yun na.
Blacklist International taking game 1.
Nakakatakot yung blacklist ha. Pero second pa lang naman nila yung series. Pero pag ito 2-0, listahan talaga. Nagkalistahan tayo dito.
The adjustments are real. Eson Esports pa rin para sa akin. Akay. Man, huge props to both of the teams. High level. Man, yung nandun sa may crab coin eh. Kita mo high level play ng dalawa eh. I think may isang specific fight specifically on the turtle na nung after nakuha nung link doon na nag-start yung snowball. Paunahan na talaga ng kuha ng objectives.
And I totally understand Smart. I totally understand Smart. You know why? Because Smart, even Omega, no? Omega is a kind of a team that actually waits out on the mistake.
Yes.
Omega is actually the kind of that waits out for a mistake on the enemy team. Wala. Hindi nangyari yun sa side ng blacklist. That's the mistake committed as well mula doon kay Liza. Doon sa may baba nung ginawa si Ahmed. That's defended on the purple. Yeah. Crazy mga kaibigan, but let's hear a deeper insight para sa larong yun. Actually, one player as well. Mula dito sa ating resident analyst, si Wolfcast.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig
uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigify happiness. Gigify love. Gigify friendship. Gigify dreams. Gigify hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
A chess match, yun siguro yung description ko sa game na to. Nag-aantayan, nagtatansyahan para sa teams para malaman kung sino yung magmamate sa kapila. And then I think that's my judgment of this game. Nevertheless, it was a victory mula sa Blacklist International laban sa Omega. You know what, guys? Nakausap ko yung iba sa mga tropa pips natin off-cam. And medyo nagkaroon ng bet kung sino yung mananalo sa atin. Honestly, a lot of people have betted against Blacklist. In fact, Omega yung target nila. But it's normal. The past season's performance of Omega laban sa Blacklist is almost always Omega winning it over Blacklist in a very strong manner. Pero ano nga ba yung mga change-ups all throughout the off-season now that we're seeing Blacklist? And I think ang daming significant changes. Una sa lahat, they put Edward in a position wherein he can shine. I think if you've been watching me throughout the broadcast of MPL Season 4 and 5, ang dami kong minention about Edward being scouted as a core earlier this year. And then he kind of played support and it was amazing, di ba? Nagpakita siya ng mga Natalia plays. Very explosive when it comes to controlling the utility support role. And ngayon, nandun na siya sa role kung saan nakapag-dish out siya. Nag-shine siya, kumbaga, sa nagpapakita tayo ng core role. Also, I love it that we are seeing Aqua being really put on sa ginagawa ni Eson and Dexter. I think I'm gonna talk a lot about this specific duo all throughout MPL Season 6 because I'm really impressed on how Dexter. Getting to this post-game analysis, the highlights, the smart highlights of the game, mga kaibigan. Good luck sa mga sa gumagawa ng highlights because there's not much actually. In fact, by 12 minutes or even until 15 yata, it's 4 and 2. 4 kills lang yung Blacklist International. MPL-ph 2 kills lang. Very low scoring game. And why is that the case? Both teams, like I said, this is a chess match. Nagsiset up muna sila na kanilang mga pieces over the board, tas tsaka lang sila magkakaroon ng malupit na gitgitan. That's why the scores are very low. In fact, we finished, I think, at 7 and 2, or at least yung last team fight, it started at 7 and 2. This is very impressive from Blacklist International because this is their way of telling us a different approach when playing Mobile Legends. It's not about the kills. Full clip, our smart MVP of the game, 2-0 and 4. A very good performance with the Ling. Hindi ganun ka-explosive. Pero what makes it so impressive is how disciplined the whole of Blacklist is. They know their roles. So, just to give you a very quick description of what Blacklist did in this specific game is that naghintay lang sila na kanilang mga tinatawag natin na timings. There was a clash in the middle kung saan nag-overtake ang Blacklist doon sa may mid lane turret. And you know what they did? Ano ba hinintay nila? The first item on the Chango, the first item on the Yuzhong as well. They group up as 5 doon sa may gitna at doon sila nag-push. Hindi nga sila masyadong nag-focus doon sa pag-kill ng kalaban. They used the shower just to clear out the minion wave and to zone out their memes. So while the rest of Blacklist with the Popol and Kupa are just pushing the turret. So it's again another timing-based lineup mula sa Blacklist, just like what they did against Next Play, which kind of makes it very exciting for game number 2. Usually, ang Omega, ang squad na alam natin na timing-based din. When Kenji was there, when Heath and Hayes were using it and rallying around Toshi. And mukhang Blacklist, sila nagpapakilala bilang isang team na mas malupit ang timings for MPL Season 6. Let's see what will happen in game number 2 as we bring it back to the casters.
Maraming salamat Wolf for the insight. That is game 1. That is game 1. And of course, on the caliber that MPL-ph Esports has, I'm very sure they would be able to get back into the drawing board and of course, answer itong init ng blacklist ngayon. Dahil without doubt, napakainit talaga ng blacklist.
Diba? Ang ganda ng sinabi ni Wolf about the timings itong dalawang teams and mukhang mas nakapag-adjust sa timings itong side ng blacklist International. One interesting team was Aqua. Sorry.
Aqua sa baba.
On the Yuzong. Could have been. Sana na napitas yun ni Curtis na Hayes. Even though makuha yung turtle ng kabila, mas ma-open kagad yung bottom lane.
Side lane,
And
yeah.
mas makakapag-rotate sana yung Omega Esports PH. Let's see, kasi again, yung mga ganitong klaseng defeat ng Omega Esports PH, parang baliwala sa kanila. Lagi natin nakikita itong squad na to na usually natatalo game 1 and then biglang mag-a-adjust. For sure, meron silang nakita dito. Hindi sila basta-basta makapag-burst. Yun ang para sa akin naging dilemma on this one. Kapag may nakakuha si Heat, hindi namatay kaagad eh. And usually ang unang nakukuha is si Eson, which is the Panda. And probably kahit yung iba pang heroes dito, like yun nga, yung Yuzo kanina sa bottom lane. So, anong adjustment ang gagawin?
Alam mo,
Omega-ph Esports?
Alam mo kung magigit-gitan ng draft nito, just on the execution alone, I will just vote na sa Blacklist International.
Execution lang.
Ang galing talaga na. You would think na parang simula pa lang naman eh. Pwede mo kasi sabihin, simula pa lang naman eh. When they actually handed it to NXP kahapon, no? Pero kung ganito to, tapos against Omega-ph Esports, you would want to see, paano kaya pag Blacklist Aura? Paano kaya kapag Blacklist Brent? Diba? Or Blacklist Onyx? Like, hanggang saan yung init ngayon at gigil nitong Blacklist International Squad. Anyway, we have the bans coming in. Atlas Cupra pa rin. Then, okay. And Uranus.
Palit lang.
Yeah.
Parang nagpalit lang, but Omega-ph, they want to negate the Kufra. And interesting nito kasi they opened up with the Yuzong. So, I think ine-expect nila na pwedeng mag-Kufra ang Blacklist. Ang ganda rin kasi ng sagot ng Kufra sa mga heroes na gustong pumasok, di ba? Yayakapin mo lang, Tyrant's Range, easy knock up. But, we shall see dahil Blacklist International, something new to the table.
Yeah.
Ang taas ng burst ng early game, Farsa and Roger. Shin.
Pero I'm starting to not like it. That's a very early reveal of your hyper carry. Not to mention, medyo hindi pa ganun. I mean, Roger is staple. You know, he's within the meta. Pero for the previous last 2 days ng ating MPL, medyo hindi ganun ka-successful yung Roger natin. Mas nagsashine pa rin ng Ling talaga, di ba?
Yeah. Medyo mababa ang win rate.
Yeah.
Shin, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying na parang ang aga ibigay ng Roger. But again, Blacklist International, they proved us wrong. Kanina din with the Akai.
Wrong eh, no?
Kahapon with the Rafaela, di ba? Parang ano din eh, parang baka itong Roger pick na to ay pambait. Di ba? Pwedeng ginagamit na pambait ng Blacklist kasi pwedeng mag-react agad ang Omega-ph. I agree with you, it's early. Masyado maaga. Pero, again, Blacklist International, ang bilis nilang pinili itong Roger pick. Hindi sila nagdalawang isip. It means na merong plano. Omega-ph right now, they picked the Ling. So, medyo na ang taas ngayon ng tempo ng Omega-ph na pwedeng tumapat dito sa Farsa and sa Roger. By the way, Shinbu, are you there?
Hello, I'm still
Pa-refresh lang ng camera. Naka-winter transition.
Nag-winter transition. Actually, continuing, ano yung nakikita mo ngayon sa draft?
Ling and Selena para dito sa Omega-ph Esports and Blacklist right now picking the Carmilla. Tatapat ang bawat isa na naman dito sa tempo. Like what Wolf said, it seems like gusto nitong dalawang teams na makipaglaro ng chess sa isa't isa. Baka makakita na naman tayo ng game na low scoring, I should say, dahil mukhang halos parehas yung timpla nitong first 3 picks na nakuha nila. Meanwhile, Omega-ph negating the Gatot Kacha here. I like it. Kasi it will, ang gandang counter ng Gatot Kacha sa Ling eh. Pwede mong abangan kasi yung Ling eh. Pwede mong abangan yung Temples of Blades as i-taunt mo siya pagkababa. Hindi niya makukuha yung mga swords niya, may iwan siya doon. Pero, Thams, ang taas ng sustain right now ng Blacklist International on the Thams and the Carmela. It is going to be the answer of Omega Esports
So
ngayon.
may Carmilla ngayon yung Blacklist International.
Carmilla
They have a
and
very
Thams.
single target pick-up.
Hilda.
Tapos ang ganda ng nila, ang ganda ng frontline nila. Because if they have a very solid frontline here, Manjin, what will happen is, how can I say this? If they have a very solid frontline here, mas may malaking freedom yung Roger to get in with the Lycan Tongues.
Yeah. But, on the last few parts, mukhang nakapag-adjust ng matindi ang Omega PH. Hilda and Esmeralda, pseudo tank, pseudo fighters, plus all of the damage in the world. 5 heroes for the side of Omega PH can put in a lot of damage and can steal shields. I like it. Shinbu, the last pick of Blacklist International, is now the Baksha. The main plan of Omega PH is to run wild, the run and gun technique. Ang dami nilang pwedeng pang sustain dito.
Dami pang body block din sa ang dami pang body block din sa Selena. At pagpigil sa kahit sino gusto pumasok.
Oo, ang dami. Ang ganda rin ng Baksha pick eh. Na-counter yung Esmeralda ng Baksha eh. On my vote, Shinbu, I think this time confident ang Omega PH. Mas mataas yung tempo at mas marami silang burst sa lineup nila ngayon. Kinakabahan lang ako sa Baksha pick kasi I think it's the nail to the coffin.
Sa
dito
kasi
sa draft na to.
At parang 3 games na ako laging may duda sa sa Blacklist, no? Pagdating sa draft, just when you think their draft is parang falling short, may pagka-awkward or parang hindi ganun kadali i-pull off, they pull it up eh. So now I'm removing my doubt. I would put my vote now on Blacklist International. Mukhang lista na talaga.
Nagpalit tayo. Okay lang. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope na nag-i-enjoy kayo kasi nag-i-enjoy kami sa nakikita namin ni Shinbu because of the new formulas na pinapakita ng mga teams on the MPL Season 6. It's now game number 2. Omega PH Esports. Again, mataas ang kanilang damage output in the early stages of the game. Pero ganun din sa Blacklist. Napakagandang combo ng Carmilla, Baksha, Shinbu. But we shall see right now dahil magkaiba ang opening nitong dalawa. Purple buff para kay GZ. Full clip naman on the orange buff. Tapos Recta Gargoyle. Recta Gargoyle. Okay.
Well, naman, magkakalaman pa rin naman tayo if the buff is the one focused in by this. Tsaka syempre, Lito Wanderer. Pero feeling ko yung sa Blacklist kasi, napaka-high impact talaga ng single target stun sa ngayon.
Yeah.
Nung Carmilla.
Yeah.
So, they need to be very wary of that whenever kung sino man yung mauuna.
Pero may chance kasi ma-dodge ng ding yan eh. Pwedeng hindi by the blade, templates of blade, pwedeng pinch poise lang, pwede siyang makawala. But again, we shall see. Kasi medyo play safe. Again, yung dalawang teams dito. Ngayon pa lang din kukuha si full clip ng purple. Same, it's the same. Both of the guys respecting each other. But also looking at the spells, both of them have retributions. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ganun kadaling mag-invade. Meanwhile, Dexter, sumubok siya mag-spot out. Pero hindi magiging nap. There you go. Yung unang dugo. Omega PH Esports, like what we've said, gusto nila yung run and gun technique. Hit and run pala. Hit and run technique. Kuha ng isa and then back. Nakabalik ka ng bashin?
Actually, just troubleshooting something. Pero ayan, mukhang nakabalik na tayo. It's really good. Okay, malinis na mga kaibigan. I apologize for that. May nagkaroon lang tayo ng technical difficulties for that part. But, can't but feel na, siguro manifestation lang to na, again, mas madali i-pull off nga yung compositions dito ng Omega PH Sports. Pero, they have to be very wary pa rin. Kasi, if ever they really dive in way too deep, the worst combo that you can receive is actually the stun of Camila, not to mention Feather Dare Strike.
Yeah.
Full tunnel on Versa.
Laging merong execution kill ang side ng Blacklist. Meanwhile, ayun na yung execution, pare!
Ang laki ng execution, mga kaibigan. And that's it. That's a very cleanly devoured member dito ng mga taga-Omega PH ngayon. Ang against Omega PH ngayon. And Blacklist was able to push it to a 1-1.
Wow! Thanks to the revitalize from Eson, isang pindot lang nabuhay pa yung kampi niya. Nice arrow coming in from Hayes. Akala natin yun na yun. Pero ikaw na yung nagsabi, Shinbu, the lockdowns are just too real. Merong stun si Aqua, may stun si Eson, may stun din dito si Dexter. So ang daming single target. Hindi ka pwedeng makalapit agad kung si GZ ka.
That's the thing, no? Doon ako corner yung link natin kasi inaantay ka lang bumaba.
Oo,
Inaantay ka lang bumaba. Pag lumabas ka ng gate, yaya ka.
yaya ka talaga. Ay, huwag ka na magpaalam sa nanay mo. Alam na ng nanay mo kung saan ka pupunta. And men, ang mahirap kasi kapag link ka at nasastan ka pagbaba mo, gusto mong kunin mo yung mga espada eh. Yung 4 na espada. And kapag ikaw ay nanigate, hindi mo nakuha, mawawalan ka ng dami, mahihirapan ka eh. So ngayon, Blacklist International, this is smart. Kasi pwede nilang iland ng synchronized stuns. Yung kanila mga single target stuns. Plus, meron ka pang wolf bounce.
Yeah,
So,
I also want to mention to lang. Yung single target stance nila, sobrang dali ilan.
ang dali.
Yung may challenge sa single target stun is actually si Aqua. Kasi curse throw, tas kailangan pa i-layer. Pero ma-curse throw mo lang, pwede curse strike kagad eh. O that part,
Lipat game,
alam mo,
lipat game.
na-win doon talaga ako dyan sa lipad-lipad ng pudok. Feeling mo parang kailangan i-fix yan, no?
Parehas umilipat game eh, no? Si Parsad at si Yuzong. Oh, well, by the way, that is the first tower down in the top lane, pero MPL-ph Esports pa rin na nakuha ng lane. And gusto mo yun kapag link ka. This is still Omega Esports with the sustained damage. Kasi kapag tumagal yung teamfight, ang daming options ang Omega Esports eh.
Ang risky nung nangyari dito sa Blacklist, dehado yan na first turn. They can beat it.
Yeah.
Bukas yung ano mo yan, side lane, sa totoo lang, kapag that is as told us, no, in our training, the worst turn to loss in the early game, and mid game is the mid
It is. Especially kapag yung team nyo is gusto din ng, alam mo yun, gusto din ng fights sa loob ng buffs. Especially if you're a lane na merong retribution. And plus, meron ka pang Selena na may traps.
May gera sila, ha?
Oo, may vision ngayon na ibibigay ang MPL-ph. It's still anyone's ball game. One kailangan kalamangan. Yung Blacklist International Shinbu.
Yeah. Feeling ko maingat din yung Blacklist International na magkumpol-kumpol, tol. Kasi kapag ikaw talaga nasyutan ng talo ni Toshi, wait ka eh. Tingnan natin dito. Toshi body blocking, Edward, and full clip. Dito ko na talaga nararamdaman yung kahirapan, no? On the Roger kapag... Mapdi kasi talaga yung Roger kapag naka-wolf form eh. Pero pag human form, medyo payat sinukudo yung banat.
Yeah, no, hindi ka aasa dun sa normal hits eh. Mas gusto mo yung wolf bounce talaga eh. Pero eto, sabi, nagpa-bounce din pala yung Dragon Shinbu.
Bakit sila dito? Focus kay full clip, focus ng bala. Mga kaibigan, wala na yatang matitira pa. Ang susunod na biktima ay baka si Eson, hindi, si Dexter doon. Dragon Tail, Dragon Soul, nasaan tol? Yun na nga. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, Dexter will be able to not survive pala to. Dineo, tapos na. Record kay Kurt naman, and Edward. Toshi here, body blocking out si Eson, dating si Aqua dito. Kailangan ba babatol? Curse of Crow, Feathered Air? No, hindi na gagamitan at dahil wala rin naman para kay Aqua.
Let na ang dragon ni Kurt TZ. Sabi ni Kurt TZ, kanina pa walang nag-uumpisa ng laban. Eto na, umpisa na natin. Umabot na siya hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan.
Ano ba si...
Dumating na yung December Avenue. Mula pa natin hanggang hulo eh. Hinapon niya ng photo si Dexter eh.
Oo nga eh. Well, maraming number na oras doon si Dexter. Actually, I find Carmila Big is still a really potent one and quite an underrated support. But here, the lead is it's more first time sa side ng MPL-ph. Hindi po guys sa gold. Hindi rin sa kill. I would not say sa kill. Kundi sa mapa.
Sa buong mapa. And actually, sa tingin ko rin, kapag tumagal yung laban, mas lamang sa late game, team fight, sustain ang MPL-ph. And tatlo kasi option nila eh. Meron silang isa, kaya actually yun ng one hit. Meron silang Esmeralda na gustong humit ng humit, pag-steal ng shields. Ang daming pwedeng nakawan ng shields dito. Even though counter nung back siya, yung kapag nag-ultimate siya, sustain eh.
Gusto ko dito, at least magandang dehado yung Blacklist International kasi yung puro panalo nila, malinis lahat eh, di ba?
Oo nga eh.
So, tingnan natin, are they a team who really deserve the new hype? If they're able to win standings kasi alam natin hindi lang basta wins ang nagdedetermine. Hindi lang talaga wins ang nagdedetermine sa isang magaling na MPL team. Kundi yung usually enduring Kaya mo kumamba, kaya mong magtiis, kaya mo maging pogi.
Totoo. Tiis, pogi is the way. Pedal airstrike coming in your way. Full clip. Sabi niya ako, Ben, kaya mo mag-dragon. Mambalicious, dragon out. Dragon out, Bobby Trick.
Pero tol, talaga napapayatan ako sa damage.
Oo nga.
Pero ewan ko kung 3 names less siguro yan, kung ano yan, kung YSS. Pero
Laban eh. Actually kasi Shindu, the problem here right now for Blacklist International, ang smart talaga ng ginawang ban ng Kufra ng MPL-ph Esports. I think even the Atlas is banned kasi without any form of counter initiation, pwede lang pumasok si GZ, si Toshi, si Hayes, at kung sino pa man. Kanina pa nila talagang sinusuntok lang and kapag wala silang patay, okay lang Ayan
Pero -1 sila dito Malaki damage siya ng buto ng Haji ni HGC. And here comes Curl C. Goes for Dexter. Pag bumaba na yan, tapos ang boxing. Alam si Dexter. Bumati dito agad din si Aqua. Nakakapon si Dexter. Still alive. May immortality yata. Hindi. Killing spree. KO. Full clip. Darating lang dito. Medyo late na. Tingnan natin kung may magagawa. Din si Eson para dito sa abante ni Toshi.
No form of counter go sa side ng Blacklist International. Ang tagal silang hinihit lagi ng MPL-ph Esports. Nakita mo yun sa baba, di ba? Ang tagal nun. Hindi maka-burst actually yung MPL-ph Esports But without the damage, without any disengage again, it's giving MPL-ph opportunity to take this game. Let's now look at the items. Oh my, ang sakit na ng tatlong core heroes dito ng side ng MPL-ph. May damage na, may CDR, may sustain pa.
May crit pa, Javelin. The Ling. Now sitting at 6.4k.
Yep.
The comeback here is quite difficult. Even yung damage ni Aqua, pwede nilang laruin pa. Kaya pang nauna dito, iindahin ng mga taga-Omega. Just curious on to the push that they can do. There's gonna be the stun coming in from Hayes. He went for the dive. He went up. That's gonna be the rejuvenation na inilabas dito, mga kaibigan. Currency naman. Araw ulit kay full clip. Like a form. Malaya ka pa yung isang doon. And push na naman yung gagawin dito ng OMG.
Yeah, respeto na to sa side ng Omega Esports. Hindi na rin sila take ng mga risky fights Alam nila na hindi sila mapapatay agad
Actually, puro na lang yan. Buff na lang. Pero si Eson, focus. This time yung Eson, di yata nagtatagal. Natuluyan na. Feeling ko nag-breaker to lang yung Esmeralda.
Oo Esmeralda, Hilda, feeling ko rin I think ang laking adjustment na ginawa dito ng Omega Esports. Nakita nila yung lineup ng Blacklist na wala pa yung backsha na naubusan ng tanks na alam mo yung kaya parang Minotaur na biglang bubulaga. Biglang bubulaga. Yung kasi, yung backsha kasi siya hindi siya yung pang counter go na tank
Hindi talaga.
Parang initiating chase tank siya parang gano'n, medyo passive. Lalo na sa kanyang ultimate, di ba? Parang sustain passive. Siguro yung tulad nila dito is the Counter Inferno, but I think it's not gonna be enough.
Even the Counter Inferno really not gonna be enough on the rival Toshi on the crits of a GC. And right now, this is a matter of time before everything crumbles against Blacklist International.
And we have ourselves a series, MPL-ph Esports. Every time, laging ganito ang formula. These are the guys na kayang-kaya kagad mag-flip ng table. Lugi sila kanong game number 1. Look at the adjustment. Ngayon, this time, may burst na sila na kaya na rin nilang pumatay agad. Pati yung Lord, nalilito na rin. MPL-ph Esports. Men, yung wini-wish mo na sana mag full circle lagi. Mukhang pwede. 8k gold for the Ling. And man, look at this, even full clip adjusting to the sustain na meron ng MPL-ph. The deadly blade is now in his hands. Nag-adjust siya bigla. Kasi alam niya, hindi sila makapatay agad Same outlet.
Kasi kailangan mo talaga pigilan yung regenerations dito ng Esmeralda. They're rolling now. Some are even rolling with Oracle. Tamayan yung strong. Pero feeling ko, walang choice talaga dito yung Blacklist International. But wait out a mistake. A grave one, that is, mula dito sa Omega.
This is the same problem of Omega Game 1. Hindi sila makaburst. Pero
The Lord. Okay, secured. Let's see here, Drumagon. That's it. napakalinis talaga. At kita mo lang ngayon ng mga membro dito ng Omega. Minega talaga yung blacklist. And natin yung score dito, Nega, na para sa kanila, 12-2, mga kaibigan. And Omega here might, is on the road to pushing this to a 1-1.
Omega nun, sabi dito ng Omega PH Esports, hindi nyo naman ka pwedeng basta-basta gawin sa amin yan. Beautiful Mobile Legends, the consistent threat to all of the teams, the Titans. Omega PH Esports taking this victory.
Well done para dito sa Omega PH Esports. Si Mazrag, napakalinis lang. Gotta gauge and of course adjust. Wala kasi yung game number 1 and they dominate this game number 2. Blacklist International, dun na napigil yung kanilang momentum after 3 consecutive wins simula kahapon. Now we have a series and set up tayo sa full circle.
Ang linis. You know what, this is not the type of game na umpisa palang gera eh. Parang testing of waters yung dalawang teams. Again, respecting the strengths of each other. And it just goes to show na itong yung dalawang team na mahilig, alam nila laruin yung science ng lineup nila. And isa dyan, ang Omega PH Esports. Congratulations. It's now a best of 1 for the next game and I'm excited kasi magkakaroon na naman ng switching. It seems like yung nasa red side yung nalulugi kasi mas nakakapagdikta ng draft yung blue side.
And pero piling ko ang early nung Roger.
Early.
Early no. Kasi parang pag pinakita mo yung main carry mo, yun na yung direction talaga ng mga bands na mangyayari. Right now, alam mo ang ganda pumili ng mga flexible picks at so nga,
Yes.
diba?
Yes. Agreed.
Or,
Alam na agad ng Omega na okay, nag-Roger sila. Alam natin yung tempo ng isang Roger. Tama ba, Shin?
Totoo. Well, let's see what will be the insights dito ng ating Resident Allies, that is Wolf. We will be heading into a very, very short break after which we will have the post-game for this series. I am Shinbu with the 1 for kasama si Manji. Magbabalik po ang MPL Season 6.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
The way you live your life depends on the network you choose. Your movies, music, and games can only be as good as your network speed and strength. Slow means game over. But the Philippines' fastest mobile data network means game changing. Choose the network that gives you what you truly enjoy. How do you know about this Giga Life? Simple and smart ako.
Welcome back to the MPL Season 6. My name is Wolf, your resident analyst. You know what? Ang Roger as a pick ay napakalakas in pub matches, and even if you ask pro players, pag sa scrims, ang lakas ng Roger. International matches over the past off-season, yes, it's strong. But what does it make, what difference does it make when it comes to the MPL? Bakit hindi ganun kadaling i-execute ang Roger as promised? Well, let's try to break it down. Una sa lahat, because it's a very, sabihin na nating early game centric kind of lineup when you go for the Roger. And apart from that, you need to check a lot of check boxes, right? Now, Omega, knowing that they are up against the potential Roger lineup, nakita sila ng maraming mga sagot. Case in point, side lanes, they're Yuzhong. You also have the Esmeralda to couple with it. Tapos, meron ka pang Hilda. 3 of the heroes that generally will not be the best when you are a Roger. Hindi ganong kadali silang i-burst down. And even their dual capability, their duelist capability is much better than Roger, lalo na kapag nag-start tayo ng even. What I'm trying to say is, if Roger gets ahead, probably kaya niyang tunawin ang Esmeralda, ang Hilda, ang Yuzhong sa early to the mid game. However, that did not happen dahil ang nangyari po sa ating laban between Omega and Blacklist, it was very much even in the early game. can say na lumalamang sa kills ang Omega, but when it comes to farm, you're gonna have to hand it to Blacklist in the early game. Okay naman yung farm nila. Pero pag naglalaro ka ng isang Roger, this is which I call a hyper-aggressive, tempo-based lineup, hindi enough na pantay na kayo ng kalaban. You need to be so ahead of your opponents. Try to outplay them in the mid-game if you're not ahead. But unfortunately, this is a professional match. This is a league. And Omega, with yung na-mention nila sa kanilang intro video, meron silang coaches, meron silang analysts. They know how to answer this. And we really did see kung paano nga ba ang pag-control sa isang Roger-based lineup, which is, number 1, don't die when you're a lane. When you're the hyper carry, just don't die. Number 2, fight around your opponents. And number 3, take control of the early to the mid game. So now, Blacklist International leading by a bit. When it comes to the 6-minute mark, almost even 2 kills para sa Omega Esports, 1 kill para sa Blacklist. Pero nakikita nyo na yung looming problems ng Blacklist International. I mean, we can say na makunat yung Baksha, your Carmilla, but the Yuzhong as well as the Esmeralda is unkillable at this point. Nakita natin many times Blacklist tried to go for the pickoffs, but that didn't happen. The Eson and Carmilla from Dexstar, natutunaw na sila dito ni Ling, and by the way, Serena from Haze is amazing. And you also have that execute mechanic from Kurt Z, which really helped a lot when it comes to Omega-ph Esports damage output and killing potential in the mid-game. So rinse and repeat para sa Omega Esports, just take the fights when you can. Dapat ang bonus nitong highlight na makikita natin mula sa Omega-ph Esports with Yuzhong catching 3 members of Blacklist International, because if you look at their lineup, guys, apat ay melee. So naturally, when you're dominantly a melee-based composition, I mean, of course, may range form ang Roger, pero kanyang damage output is melee. Naturally, when you're like that, mag-group up kayo and Yuzhong. Esmeralda shined in that regard. On top of it is a very good Ling performance from Had Jeezy, our MVP of the game. 6-0 and 5, ending the game. No deaths and almost a rose gold meteor, which is a very good item eventually kung tumagal pa nga tayo ng county dito. Nevertheless, itemization, execution, all very good wala dito sa Omega Esports. Blacklist International, they had the right idea on how to execute and how to be successful with a Roger-based lineup. Unfortunately, kinapos nga lang sila dito when it comes to preventing their opponents from picking such heroes that they will have a lot of problems with. Hilda was definitely a problem even when played as a support dito. He played it well. We have to take note, Yuzhong na uncontested in the side lanes. Definitely bad news para sa isang Roger. You have that Esmeralda. The way they also collated all of this, put them all together. When it comes to the team fights, that's when you know that a genius is behind this composition from Omega Esports. But we'll see. Game number 3, palitan ng mga henyo for sure sa pag-draft. Come into game number 3, we know the strengths of Blacklist, we know the strengths of Omega. Sure is an exciting game of 3. Sino man nanalo sa ating best of 3 series na to? Back to you, casters.
Thank you so much, Wolf. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. And tama yun, no? Papagalingan ng mga henyo sa pag-draft. Feeling
exciting.
Because the draft was really taken in by genius approach ng Blacklist. Tapos nakapag-adjust yung Omega, no? By game 2. Pero feeling ko talaga may pagka-giveaway yung yung Roger. Let's see on this game number 3, Manjin.
We shall see. Kasi again, bago tayo nag-end, may switch na naman ng red side and blue side. And it seems like mas nagagalamay ng isang team ang blue side. Kasi mayroong, alam mo agad yung first pick mo parang, tara, ganito tayo. Tas yung second 2 picks, kailangan ma-adjust nila ng tama. And I agree with you, Shin. It seems like kabisado nitong team Omega-ph yung galawan ng isang Roger. Malakas ang Roger! Yeah, ang taas ng capability to kill, ang taas ng execute mechanic,
Engage.
ang taas ng engage. Pero ako, on my part, it seems like marami siyang kailangang makuha muna. Parang yung link, and mukhang mas nauna yung team Omega-ph Esports doon sa pagkuha ng league. Sa tingin ko, mas mabilis ang link pagdating sa pag-response kaysa sa Roger. Kailangan pa ng kasama ng isang Roger. But then again, Shin, let's move on. Same.
Very same. Yeah.
Yung
Very same.
It's the same.
Yeah, Blue Side Omega PH Sports prioritizing on the Yuzong, but this time they're the one who has the Selena.
Ling.
Alright, for that, and wala nang intro. That is true. I mean, kung Ling ang una mong pina-speak, walang problema. Like, that's the problem kasi, naalala ko to tinuro sa atin to ni Midnight dati. Merong mga klase ng draft na ipopwersa mo yung kalaban talaga mag-adjust. Hindi necessarily adjust, pero the keyword is dictate. No? Kasi ibang laro to tinuro sa atin Midnight na pag normally kaya yung isang laro parang pinapakita agad yung court to dictate. Yung link okay lang kahit sinong i-drop dyan kasi parang nangyayari, nililimit mo na yung mindset ng kalaban to tunnel vision onto the link.
Yes.
And Ling is Ling
Yeah, I also think that Ling is better right now kung ika-class mo yung mga carries. Pero Omega Esports, same picks, pero ni-reverse lang nila. Last 2 picks nila to kanina at kinuha nila ngayon agad. Lots of sustain. A lot of sustain.
Pwede mo i-jungle yan Pwede mo i-jungle yan sa totoo lang. Pwede mo agad ng Duranchi.
Chango, no?
Chango, oo. For that.
Depende sa
natin. Kasi may Selena na Pero pwede pa rin sumideline Pero tingnan natin pa rin sa Blacklist International kasi baka pang-bait din yung ginagawa dito ng Omega PH.
Parang may binibait Ang iniintay ng Omega PH right now is their course.
Your team is
Okay.
back.
So meron ng isang support yung Omega, that's the Hilda. So ang iniintay natin is another support, the Heat Heat Hero,
Yeah.
and GZ.
I forgot, the Hilda can actually embrace the Chango ng napakabilis.
Isang
itak nga lang, babagal yung Chango. It's very risky. Yeah, so what you want is farsa na lang. Just so if you go wings by wings, madali ka makakatakas. That's right. So you just want with farsa. Pero you really want to fight this Omega PH Sports Squad with distance. Kasi ngayon ang sabi ko parang ang aga ng Roger, pero ngayon Manjin, palig ko maaga yung Esmeralda.
Dito sa Omega, no?
Aga ng Esmeralda.
Yeah, interesting kasi binan na dito ng Blacklist International ang Lancelot. Naubusan ng tempo carry itong Omega PH. Walang Yishun Shin. Roger is available for their team. Kung pwede, kailangan nila ng tempo base kasi ang bilis dito ng Blacklist yung tatlo. Ikaw na, you know the strengths of the Selena and ayun na yung pang-counter ng Blacklist. Kailangan nila ng burst.
Oo nga naman, ba't mo pa ipapasyil tumatagos yung...
Kailangan nila ng burst dun sa threshold. The more HPs you have, the more lost HP na meron ka, easy lethal counter para sa isang Balmond. Anong sagot ng Omega PH?
Ang ganda ng Balmondis.
Oo. Tams is open. Gacha is open. I don't know, hindi walang ganun gacha.
I think if you're Omega PH Sports, you want more utility. So far, you are lacking in crowd control. They're going for Hayabusa.
Ang natira
They need the range, They need a range.
Hayabusa ang natira
Speaking of stun, they need the range and that's,
Kailangan natin kantahin ng intro.
Naku mga kaibigan. Of course. And obviously with the Cyclops, there is no surprise there for the Blacklist International in choosing the Hylos. I actually don't like the Hylos pick lagi. Pero kung may Cyclops, yes, go for it. Diretso ka lang, ratang ka lang dun sa Cyclops. Saluhin mo lang lagi lahat yung Star Power Lockdown. Yeah.
Planets Attack at the Star Power Lockdown. I like the Cyclops against the Ling. Kahit saan pumunta yung Ling, habulin siya ng Planets Attack. Pero nag-agree ako sa Shin I think masyadong maagang Esmeralda pick. Could have been better siguro kung Hilda and Lancelot sila. Kasi I think yung Hayabusa dito yung medyo magiging mahihirapan na pick para sa side ng Omega. I think Blacklist pa rin ang nagdikta ng draft. I think mas maganda yung naging adjustment ng Blacklist.
Yeah.
Pero Cyclops is back.
And we've seen the Cyclops play through in stellar, in a stellar manner mula doon sa qualifiers natin. It was used by I think Archangel yata or Signal basta during their match in the qualifiers. So again guys, Cyclops is totally viable po guys, and it cannot be discounted and should be high impact in this game. Depende nga lang sa high loss. If I'm gonna be putting my vote, Manjin, boboto na ako. I'll put my vote though on Blacklist International pa rin.
Parang nag-a-agree din ako sa... Actually, hindi parang nag-a-agree ako sa'yo. Para mas mabilis yung pwedeng atake dito ng Blacklist. Kasi naka-bounty si Full Clip. So, ibig sabihin yan, gigera sila ng gigera. Ang kailangan nila ay burst. Meron na agad sa baba,
Sa baba. Inikot na ni si Balmon, binantayan niya na rin yung kanyang orange buff. So, buff count pa lang, maganda ng senyales at signos to sa isang link.
Oo, pero pag tumagal to, ang taas ng damage and makunat pa rin ang Omega-ph Esports. Mag-uumpisa lang dito ang laban pag ang Blacklist International gumera na kanina. Yung link, nakuha, meron pa silang orange pa pwede pa i-contest ng Omega pero nakabantay ng matindi ang Blacklist International. Level 3 ngayon. Level 3 ngayon si Full Clip at mukhang mauuna siya sa kanyang level 4.
Yeah.
Ayun na nga. Ayun,
again sa GZN. Pwede nila bakbakin tong wave sa mid. Kung may stall yun kagad ni Dexter, pero they will rotate on top. They want the Yuzong level 2.
Yeah. Pero ang ginagawa ng Omega-ph dito, alam nila na may threat na meron ang Blacklist, kaya mas inuunahan nila sa clear wave. Inuunahan nila para kahit paano hindi makaangat agad. Ito na naman yung coin dance. Shinbu, Heat, and Haynes are here. Level 3, Full Clip. Another steal.
Nakuha na si Kurt. Retribution is there. Is very, very wise. So far, medyo, alam natin dapat early game nag-shine si Ace dito. Ano ang problema? As the game drags on, he will be lacking in mana. He has to recall. Baka alam na yan ang Blacklist International. There is a time limit on the Cyclops. It is determined by the mana.
Oo, kailangan niya kasi mapipilitan ka mag-spam kasi you want to utilize the cooldown reduction of every skill you take. But I think the main problem here is Full Clip is leading, I think.
Yes.
Amen. Even though lamang ang Omega dito ng siguro 20 gold. Etneb, nakukuha ni Full Clip yung gusto niya. Well, actually, nakukuha din naman ni GZ, but it's gonna depend on who's gonna make the first punch. Kasi, again, respeto pa rin nila yung isa't isa. Ang tataas pa din ng single target damage kills.
Ang ganda rin pa, tol, just want to mention pala yung parsa natin, side lane na. Side lane parsa na kay Aqua. So,
pwede ma-burst.
Yeah. And that means, more gold, more items early para sa parsa. Apply ka. Even if you are actually, wala nga parang super tanky hero dito sa side ng Omega eh. Aaray pag may nalapagan talaga ng Predator Strike. Yata kinataas si Curls dito.
Sinumulan na nila kasi alam na nila na may turtle eh. Kailangan na nilang ilaban to. Shinbu, that is the stun, pero
para si Curls darating dito si Ace. Goes for Dexter. Okay, tinamaan ng Star Power Lockdown doon yung Kramer. Buti na lang, napatay pa yung Kramer. Akala ko magsusubay pa yung Kramer, bet. Yeah. Nakokontrol na nila ng mabuti ngayon itong Cyclops. I think alam yata ito ng mga membro ngayon ng Blacklist International. Arrow will not connect onto that Cyclops. Then I think wave flare na lang gagawin doon nila Ison.
Yeah, cool down. Yung Star Power lockdown. Gusto sanang kumuha ng push ng Omega-ph Esports. Blacklist International, ang ganda ng decision nila na naghiwalay. Could have been sana na si Dexter lumapit kay Full Clip. Pwedeng dalawa pa sila nahuli. So, good decision making for both of these guys. Even Omega-ph, hindi na sila nag-overstay. Alam nila na cooldown yung skills nila. Pwedeng mag-counter go ang Blacklist International. Shin, 4 minutes na, wala pa rin nagta-turtle.
Wala na Dragon Tail.
Control yung top.
Yeah, wala na Dragon Tail. The moment na nag-Dragon Tail doon si Curve Z, very, very basic rules of engagement. Guys, if you are setting up for a gank, mag-antay ka kahit isang spell lang. Kasi kung in terms of trade lamang na kayo, that's how they did it after the Dragon Tail. That's the signal.
That's the signal. Napakagandang control ng Blacklist dito sa top lane. Pero, sa kabilang ibayo, teka lang, bago makikita, huli ata si GZ.
Namalam dito si Kamaru. Edward flickering out. Isang batok pa kay Hit. Tinaga ng iba. Kamig na dito si Maring Hit. Pero of course, wala na rin pwedeng iba to pa ang mga taga-Blacklist.
For a support, you really want that trade kahit anong mangyari. Full Clip leading by more gold against his enemy Gary, level 9 against level 8. Pero onto the good part naman sa side ng MPL-ph, mukhang masaya si Toshi against Aqua. Pero mukhang nabati natin kasi sabi ni Full Clip, Kuya Manjin, saglit na, hindi pwede magsaya si Toshi. Bibisitahin ko na. Kinontrol nila yung bottom lane ngayon, lilipat na sila ulit sa top lane kasi gusto talaga nilang kunin itong top.
Yeah. But I cannot but feel that Blacklist has the range, can respond. Aqua is still farming.
Oo nga eh.
Resting like, kaya gusto ko na makita gano'ng kahakde yung feathered airstrike niyan. And right now, ang pinapunish nila is Curvzy. Walang iba. Curvzy has been impactful on the Yuzong kanina pa, di ba?
Yeah, level 7. Level 7. Actually, si Aqua is level 7 din. It's still an even ball game pa rin. The next turtle is at the top lane. And both of these guys, they want to control it kasi doon nila makukuha yung next objective eh. Pero sa tingin ko, masyadong nadidistract yung Blacklist dito sa top. Si Toshi is having a great time sa baba.
Pero madali kasi nakakabalik si Aqua. Nag-set up ng death brush si Aqua eh. Doon sa may gitna. Kaya may konting yakap na nagawa doon si Toshi. He can easily return with the wings by wings. And ang maganda lang doon, Toshi has the control on the crab.
Oo nga. Toshi, the crab coin. Pero pwede niya abangan si Aqua. Pag eto si Aqua na pamali
Easy ng lapit.
Binibit,
Wala nang
jabated.
first throw ha. Wala nang first throw.
Toshi,
Chichi. Uli ka, Benji! Hindi namin nakita sa camera eh. Pero inaraw eh. Diba, Tol? Toshi, sinundot-sundot. Parang nakawalagta ng magandang fishball na luto. Pero ayun na yun, full clip would have to walk away.
napakasarap nun kapag tutusukin mo yung fishball tapos hindi effort yung tusok mo. Ganun
suwabe.
yung araw eh. Sobrang suwabe.
Yung tusok tol eh.
The spiders and Israel eh. Kitang-kita sa camera eh. Toshi, sabi ni Toshi, atakin mo ko, atakin mo ko. Pero sabi ni Aqua, alam mo eh, Toshi, napanood ko na eh. Bait yan eh. Tapos si Edward eh.
Hindi na nararamdaman si Cyclops. Ramdam yata ng Blacklist yung talagang scaling nila eh, no?
Ang mahirap kasi dito, Babs, si Cyclops, kalaban niya si Jean Grey. Si Aqua, the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is real eh.
Jean Grey ba siya?
Oo, si Aqua.
Kaya pala, tapos ito si Eson, si Biz eh, no?
Si Biz.
Tingnan natin, nandito sila ngayon kay Blastoise and let's see here. Currency, tapos na ang Dragon onto another form. And now Toshi to the front line. Tumanta na rin si Aqua. Lapit si dito. Biglang na-painto siya. And again, that should be it. That is the first major fight that we have and no casualty was listed.
Nag-ambahan. Kumbaga sa boxing, lumabas yung score, parehas 30 points. Ladies and gents, you are now witnessing high-level Mobile Legends coming in from both of these teams. Walang masyadong nagkakapatayan eh, pero legit eh. Legit eh.
Tulog kami, bam. Yung unang unang attempt mong tumusok ng squid ball.
Oo, yun na yun.
Agad, yun na yun.
Pasok agad. Yun ang masarap.
Walang miss.
Minsan kasi may mga speedball na umiikot kada tusok mo eh.
Oo,
Masyadong
oo.
maraming mantika.
Tapos pag najakpatan ka ba ng mantika, talsik?
Talsik ka, nako.
Paparay ka
Hindi sulit yung 25 kong bayad. Kaya sabi dito ni Full Clip, ganito tumusok guys ha.
Ganyan tumusok eh, ganyan tumusok tol eh.
Endless battle coming into the BOD. Looking at the items. Heptasis dito. Si Kuya Mo.
Nakakamiss yung nakakamiss mag-fishball eh, no?
Oo nga eh, wala na eh. Shoutout sa mga, sa mga
sa mga
nating
lords natin, sa mga manggagawa. ML lords din yan, tol.
Mga fishballers. Mga fishball. Inihintay ko na lang gumawa sila ng basketball team tapos tawagin nila yung sarili lang fishballers.
Tamang lapag lang sa kawa eh. Tapos na sila eh, 1 games na sila eh. Bahala na yung honesty system na lang. Yun natin dito, full clip goes in and the blade of Tempest impales the eye of Haze. And that's it. 1-5 na. At maganda na ang kontrol at ulma sa larong ito ng Blacklist International.
Hinahanap nila kanina pa na damage output na nandito nga kay Aqua at kay Full Clip. Easy crits, easy burst. Kahit gaano kakunat ang MPL-ph esports dito. Pwede. Pero, Hajizi, the Wonder Kid. Aqua.
Pinatay ni Strider Rayo si Jean Grey.
Marvel versus Capcom na pala ang laro eh.
Tignan natin dito, full clip going in. The focus is in the hit. Tandaan mo, natap din yan. Ang ganda naman ng bump out na ginawa ka agad doon ni GC. Before getting tagged by the arrow sa mukha dito ni Higgins. Binigyan ng Rubik sa may pinakalikod din. Immobilized na ginawa dito ni Toshi agad. And Edward will be able to flicker out. He won't be saying goodbye. Marami pang buhay talaga dito sa Blacklist International. And that's it. Marami nang napatunan na rin yung Omega.
Ubusan na naman ng skills dito. Dexter popping the girls pathway. Toshi with the good star power lockdown. Stardust Dance. Ultimate. Falling Star Moon combo, but still, it was not enough. Nagkakaroon na ng mga sustain items dito. Look at the respect of both teams. But then again, lamang sa pyesa ang Blacklist International. The towers are gone. That's why mas lagi silang nauuna sa laban. May araw, Kuya Tosh!
Takbo kang may lupa!
Tosh!
Walang nangyaya, tol. Wala na eh. Napapaligiran na yung bahay eh. Kita mo sa map eh. Wala na ng tao kasi siya isang dalaga, pangalan Esmeralda. Marami dito kaming Edward, yung 6 na Ogi Shadow Kill. Ang problema, walang ult ngayon. Yung main funnel dito mga taga Mega PH Sports, kaya naman lumapit ka agad dito. Si Full Clip, tuhog ulit after play of Tempest. Tapos kantang mainit. Mula naman dito sa perfect airstrike ni Aqua. Buti na lang makunat ang harap ng mga taga Omega.
Sinilit na nila ilaban kasi alam nila na wala si paring Toshi. Passing arrow coming in from Edward. Pangalawang beses na yan, Edward. Pangalawang beses na napana on negating Omega PH from their plan. Same spot doon sa tri-brush. You don't want that kung ikaw ay Omega PH kasi yun yung nagiging opportunity ng Blacklist to take team fights. Look at this, Toshi. He was sitting pretty well. Kaya gusto sana ni Toshi kontrolin yung side lane. Kasi he knows. But the problem, may vision control. Ang daming ability ng Blacklist to see more parts of the map. May glorious pathway sila, may power sa ultimate, may ling, and then yun nga yung walang kasawaang pana. At yun yung naging problem. Meron na namang king victory dito.
Wala lang Cyclops skill ha, wala lang Cyclops skill, wala lang star power lockdown. Sinalo ka agad, ibinato kay Dexter, hit sa may pinakalikod. Alam ni Aqua yun doon, walang flicker out si Aqua ngayon, pero hindi na mahalaga kasi uhawat pura na mga membro dito ng Omega. Hindi pala, ang nakakuha ay kay Ison, buhay lamang ang bawas doon. Tapos meron yung na-slay, si Aqua yung napatay dito ni paring hit, habang humahabol naman ulit kay Dexter. Bumawi ang Omega mga kaibigan, may pagbango ng api. The golden doesn't matter, the only one is the kill. And Dexter here, pinilay. Tingnan natin kung may mamamatay pang isa. Hindi na. And the 4-4 non-exchange, that is for Omega.
Mr. Fundamental Hate kasama si Half Amazing on the damage and everything at sumugod pa nga si Full Clip. Hindi pwede kay Mr. Fundamental yan. Hindi natin napapansin. 4-0 na pala siya, Shinbu. The Hilda from Heat outplaying everyone for Blacklist International. Perfect spot to land the wild access, to land the planet's attack. Blacklist International, they thought that they had the damage, but no, hindi pala. All thanks to the Oracle, all thanks to the Curse Helmet. Heat putting the clutch.
All thanks to that map din. Kasi ang daming damo doon. Promise, para kay Hit.
Yun ang mahirap na
maraming damo talaga, mga kaibigan. Kita mo baka mabura. Iso naman na mag-flicker out. Body block ni Dexter. And I think that should be it. The Lord enhanced now on its way, traversing for the mid.
Yung isang capability ng Hilda na maganda, akala mo tank lang siya, pero hindi. Hindi niya kailangan ng damage item. So, may pwedeng part na hindi mo siya papansinin sa laban. At ayun yung nangyari. To the point na, sila, ikaw na nagsabi, ang daming damo. Kapag kumapit ka talaga sa damo, pre, kung saan-saan ka mapupunta.
Mga kaibigan, let's go for Ison! Mga ba pwedeng Ison dito, bumundol na kagad yung Lord. Buti na lang may wave clear. Top lane na tinatrabaho din. Kagad ni GC. Walk away si GC. Quad shot ang binitaw dito. Hit naman na red body block. Nakuha yung arrow dyan ni Edward. That should be it. Depensa ngayon ang ginagawang buo ng mga taga-Blacklist.
Five with just one outlay coming in from Omega PX and his girls pathway. Shibu,
Naku mga kaibigan, after the Black Dragon form, sinubukan nilang hindi lang i-break the code, kundi break the walls of Blacklist nun, tol. Pero hindi nagawa. naka-flicker out pa. Dun si Edward re-engage na ang mga taga-Omega. Pero that's it. They would just walk away with one casualty and take a breath. They're
Wow.
dito sa laro after the death of Heat.
Kumanta si Chris Jericho, break the walls down.
Oo, eh.
Ang gawin ng Omega PH yun, but I think masyado rin silang naging malalim. They did not respect the capability pati ng blacklist sa team fight burst na mangyayari. Perfect glorious pathway para kay Dexter na pahalang, na somatic kung sino man ang tumapak doon. Kapag sumupok maging deep, yung Omega PH masuslow at hindi makakaalis agad ng ilang segundo. So Dexter, huge props on landing that one. Yung super slow, nakapag-set up pa ng magandang depensa ang Blacklist International.
Di na rin basta-basta nakaka-assassinate kasi talaga si Full Clip dito eh. Yun ang problema.
Oo nga eh.
Kunat ang laruan, tol.
Ipumakunachi na lahat eh.
Pumakunachi lahat sa totoo lang.
Hindi na matutumba ang challenger. Kasi si Ipumakunachi. Ganun na ang nangyayari dito. Kailangan na nila dito siguro ng mga items to burn down everything. A glowing one, probably. You need crits and you need burst for both of the teams. Pero mas Omega na nagdidikta. Sila nag-walk the burst. Pathway na naman ha.
So ang image nila, mga kaibigan, eto sa may pinakaharapan. Third scene na dumagutan. Full clip ng ult yata si Aquan. Ako nanindig na. Pero tingnan natin, kita mo ba? Yung may kanan dito, nakakaminig sa mga kaibigan for the full clip sa may pinakalikod. He wants to target to Haze. Of course, Planet's attack activated din. Pero ang layo na ng narating. Mga kaibigan.
1-1. That is a side laner. That is an off-laner against sa GZ. But I think Omega PH don't care kung sino yung namatay kasi lahat sila dito may damage. They're trying to find full clip. Full clip. Okay. Oh my God.
Alam mo ang mahirap. Yes, full clip can kill a GC. Can kill Haze. Ang problema, no one can kill Hit. Wala silang marksman. Wala silang continuous damage. You have Aqua, but that's not enough on the hill na tol.
This is game for the taking. And kailan natin napansin na concussive blast pala siya. So dagdag extra damage din for their team.
Promise.
Tatagal pa to.
Resurrecting soon.
And can I just remind everyone na Omega PH Esports ang may record ng pinakamatagal na game ng MPL. It seems like we're going there. Parang na-foreshadow ata natin, Jinbu, ganon kalupet itong dalawang teams. Defensive items.
Yung pwesto ni Toshi.
Oo nga.
Yung pwesto ni Toshi. Ito na mga kaibigan, Toshi goes in. Tumalon para dito kay Edward at saka kay Aqua. Super pa rin. Abante dito si Curtsy. Ladies and gentlemen, ayan ang tinatawag nating setup, 4-bar setup. Pero ngayon pa lang din darating naman sila full clip. At alam mo na may minion wave. Kailangan nilang i-cut. They went for the buff. Full clip denied. Tapos Eson naman, he went for his Blade of Tempest. Grabe ang habol ni Hit. Galit na galit kahit sinong maliligaw. Sasapakin niya ng itak na bingaw. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the second kill. And I think Omega na has the control of this game.
Hindi na pwedeng umayaw, sabi ni Heat. Yung ginawa ni Toshi, kakasabi mo lang si saksak patalikod, saksak patalikod. Pero imbes na mainis, sila yung nakakuha ng kills. Nice flank from Toshi. Hindi in-expect ng Blacklist. Actually, kanina pa siya nakakapag-land ng sobrang lulupet na falling star moon. This kid is putting in the play.
Full clip, lumapit ha. Saan malalim yung full clip? Nadali yung Yusong doon. Nadali yung Aqua ngayon. Offlaners are saying goodbye. Yung pinch boys palayo na lang dito after makapatay. Si full clip.
Curtis, he was the one to sacrifice his life. Ayaw pa rin gawin ng Blacklist. I-give up itong Lord kasi mahihirapan na sila. Hindi sila makapatay. Look at Toshi. There is a buff sa Esmeralda right now para doon sa kanyang shield. And Toshi is utilizing it awesomely. Look at this, man. Ang taas na ng health fight nakagluta. Gluta Toshi na to. Kulay puti.
Puro shield eh. Defensive.
Defense. What? Ang taas na nung HP. Ilang bars yan? 4.
4 bars.
4 bars ito.
Yeah, it's a sure Lord here for the side of Omega PH Esports. They can totally give away that bottom lane turret. And it won't be even taken in by Pro Clip. We went for the ult. That was almost. Tingnan natin kung may kinamakukuha doon. Toshi would be able to back up pero na-shut down naman din. And a killing spree secured as well by Full Clip. One kill, minion wave, goes for the push. Basag yata yung base. Yes! Mga kaibigan, depensa pala. Buti na lang.
Muntikan pa, Kuya
Alam mo yun
Shinbo.
na. San Juan din.
Isang one-hit na lang. Pero men, kanina question natin yung sabi natin, maagang Esmeralda. Yun pala ang plano. Late game Esmeralda against the Shields. Oh, against the Shields. At mukhang basag na to. MPL-ph still proving that they are a threat para sa laban natin na to, Shinbu. I think malapit tapos ha. Oo ha.
Diretso ni Curtsy yung taas. And igornado na lang. Battle of attrition. Yung mga very interesting itemization here for full clip. Went for that malefic roar yata yun, mga kaibigan. Just so
Halberg din. Oo. Halberg and Malefic roll kasi alam niya na grind time at lugi na sila sa towers. Kailangan nila dito isang magandang clash, maka-wipe out, easy basag. And again, mukhang ang hirap ng sitwasyon. 2K lang ang kalamangan ng MPL-ph. Kanina pa yan.
Mababasag yung inhibitor turrets. Expect mo na yan against Blacklist International. But, yung base, I don't think so. I feel like kaya-kaya pa rin dumipensa ng MPL-ph Sports because that is the main, yan na yung toughest convergence point ng laro yung base.
Yung base oo nga eh.
Tama naman yung Blacklist, okay naman eh.
Yeah. Pero Shin, late game, na tayo eh. Full on late game. Mahihirapan ang Balmond dito. I think yun yung pinaka-mahirap sa Balmond eh. Kasi kapag nag-full on late game, yung threshold ng life points, hindi agad hindi agad pupunta doon.
Yan, taas ang regeneration ng mga tao. Tsaka mataas ang regeneration,
Kailangan mo yung
naka-oracle pa mga yan eh.
Kailangan mo yung burst, kailangan mo yung halberd, kailangan mo yung ring of Durance para wala silang regen talaga para pull off yung execute. But the problem, meron kang Cyclops. Hindi ka maka-execute agad pag may Cyclops eh. Star power lockdown bago ka lumapit. At kahit pindot-pindot ka lang second skill Cyclops, okay na eh. At ako, inuna na yung Cyclops.
Yeah, di ba yung Cyclops? He's going in for that. Nabody block naman kagad nila hit at nila Curtsy. Mambaut sila. Lumalayo na yung Blacklist International. But this is not good for them. Ako sa may pinakalikod. Dinidisrupt kagad ni Curtsy dito. Pero kita mo may naging gate. Hindi pala immortality lang din. Dexter here getting dead. And of course, also a boost na ginawa kay Essen. And now hit into the front line. That is gonna be the inhibitor turret na pupuray na ng MPL-ph. Wow, round. Further airstrike dito. Tatakbo si Essen ngayon. Doesn't want to pop the immortality. Pero ng minion wave na paparating dun sa pinakababa. Focus yun kaagad ni HJC para may magawa na ring huling tulak dito against Blacklist.
Nako, ito na ba ang gagawin ng Smart Omega? Inuna nila si Cyclops pero hindi nyo kaya. Leader ng X-Men. Sabi dito ni Henry.
Init nito, Dio.
Going down. MPL-ph pero namatay dito si Paring Hayes. Pero let's see. MPL-ph. They want to end this. There you go. Taking the victory with the adjustments that they did. Your victors, ladies and gents. What a series.
What a series. That was well fought by MPL-ph Sports. Not just well fought, but also hard fought din, mga tol. And I cannot but feel napaka-impacting ni hit doon, no? Ang very threatening Hilda for that game. Not to mention Curtsy din. I want to comment Curtsy, despite being behind, he played it really wise yung Yuzo. Kasi nakita mo yung rotation ng Dragon niya sa may
na inuna, actually alam na naging Blacklist, may problema tayo sa Cyclops, unahin natin. Pero hindi mo mapatay agad, may movement speed extra din. And beautiful ML and Shin yung sinabi mo na mag-full circle.
Full circle nga.
Full circle na. Ang tough. Sobrang hirap ng MPL ngayon, guys. Excited na ako sa sasabihin ni Wolf kasi ang daming pwedeng i-dissect sa game na yun.
Sa game na yun, yeah. That is the chunkiest game of this series. We're gonna be heading into a very, very short break after which we will have the post-game analysis for this one. The MPL-ph Season 6 regular season will be back.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
to rise above with the things that matter. Gigify happiness. Gigify love. Gigify friendship. Gigify dreams. Gigify hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
Welcome back to the MPL Season 6, and that was such a good display of Mobile Legends action. Definitely mula sa Omega Esports, mukhang nagpapakilala ulit ang Omega. I would say, one of the smartest ones out there when it comes to their draft. At ang ganda rin ng kanilang execution this time. Really identifying the errors that Blacklist did all throughout the game and applying it, punishing it para nga naman makuha nila yung victory. That's one thing that I would like. Nakakatakot yung ginagawa ng mga kalaban. It's totally good already. So there's a lot of layers now that I want to say why Omega Esports in this specific game were really smart on how they were dealing against a Blacklist. So one thing na kailangan natin set up dito is yung mid-game natin sobrang even. In fact, Blacklist nakakalamang ng pakonti-konti but it was still dead even. If you look at the game, anybody could have won it. Now, it's great that they have this Cyclops going up against the Ling. Hindi siya ganun ka one-sided matchup, by the way. Once you pick Ling on the other side, hindi automatic na countered siya ng Cyclops. You still have to be really good about it. Now, Eson played the Balmond. This is a side-laning Balmond, core Balmond, while Edward parang siya pinalik sa kanyang quote-unquote position 4 role or yung kanyang Selena role sinasabi nga natin from previous seasons, which was good. Everything was good para sa Blacks. They have answers to Hilda, Esmeralda, Yuzhong by using this Balmond that ultimate really would have been that executing factor laban sa Omega-ph Esports. So what are we setting up here? Una is dead even yung mid-game, and Blacklist International, they do have a lot of tools to go up against Omega-ph Esports. However, Omega Esports nag-adjust sila along the way. The game prolonged for so long that they knew how to answer yung mga overextension ng Blacklist. Magbibigay sila dito ng ibang mga heroes na nasa labas, and they know that Blacklist International, if they find Toshi, for example, or the Yuzhong, maghahabol sila, and then doon na sila magpapunish. I think that this happened many times in the late game at doon na sila nanalo ng mga laban. Kapag nagamit na ng Blacklist International yung mga resources nila on one hero, that's when they pounce. Haze's positioning is very important, by the way. Nakakuha siya ng magandang burst downs, and of course, the star power lockdown is, if not a counter, always a threat laban sa Ling. Full Clip didn't feel as comfortable as game number 1 because of that Haze factor that we're seeing. Cyclops, mga kaibigan, isang one-dimensional hero as we talk about, but if used properly, it could be really dangerous for the teams. And I like that Toshi jump on the backlines, of course, started with Hilda. By the way, Hilda, na-mention ng mga casters many times throughout the broadcast that Keith actually played well with this Hilda, and I would have to agree. The way that he controls his opponents, using yung kanyang immediate burst on important heroes like that of Edward as well as Aqua in many times in the game, really paved the way para maging comfortable naman yung Ling kabila. So, our smart MVP of the game, it's gonna be Heat. I like the itemization, going for a lot of magic defense coming out from the Cursed Helmet as well as the Oracle, and to couple that with the region that you get, tapos nag-antique tiras in the end, I think that really helped them control this thing over the course of the game. So, breaks of the game natin for game number 3, how Omega Esports won against Blacklist is to win the break-even, win the tug-of-war during the mid-game by punishing the nuances of Blacklist. Ano may sabihin ng nuances? Ito yung mga usual na reaction ng isang team towards one action that you do. And I think that for good 15 minutes, Omega Esports were just studying what will Blacklist do when they do this. For example, may ilabas natin si Toshi, ano yung gagawin ng Blacklist, and this is what they do, and then they countered afterwards. That's one thing that kailangan nating i-take note, is that if you understand how your opponents react to what you do, maybe you can win this tug of wars that we are saying. This is a professional match, mga kaibigan, and high level ang mga plays ng kalaban, but you can always get away from winning by actually studying your opponent's reactions to what you do. That's exactly what Mega Esports did in this game number 3. That's how they won the series. Well done, by the way, for both teams, particularly Blacklist din. Napaka-solid din ng kanilang pinakita, and we are excited to see more. Nevertheless, this is game series number 1 of the three triple header natin today. And MPL Season 6 is brought to us by our official tournament telco partner, Smart. Forge stronger bonds with your team as you conquer the battlefield. With Smart Giga Games, just enjoy 1 gigabyte of games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Just dial *123# and choose Giga Games. MPL Season 6 is also brought to us by our official sponsor, Realme. Realme is celebrating their first Realme Fan Fest and hashtag Dare to be Realme campaign. So visit their official page at fb.com/Realme Philippines to know more. We also like to thank our official sponsor, Gillette. Get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mach 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple Force Pack in select Pure Gold stores nationwide. Hashtag Shave the Day with Gillette. We also would like to thank our partner in esports, PayMaya. Get 7% balikbayad when you purchase your gaming pins via PayMaya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until August 31. Big thanks as well to our partner in esports, TikTok. Just search MLBB sa TikTok for a chance to win premium skins. Napakadali lang. Search nyo lang MLBB sa TikTok at may chance na kayong manalo. Of course, our official gaming headset partner, Logitech G, here like a pro. Of course, MPL Season 6 is powered by Moonton. My name is Wolf, your analyst. More from me and the rest of the casters and the rest of the teams when we head back. Up next, it's going to be another series of Mobile Legends action. Kita-kits.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigify happiness. Gigify love. Gigify friendship. Gigify dreams. Gigify hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
phone. Dare to leap.
Realme Watch. Time to be smarter. Realme, dare to leap.
Kaya, don't pay cash.
You've got me on the edge. Legit, right? Not quite. Just like your disposable razor. It's time you switch your disposable razor for your legit first shave so you can be every bit legit. Gillette Mac 3. For a closer shave, less irritation, switch to Gillette Mac 3.
Hi guys, I'm Shinbu.
At ako naman si Manji.
At kami ang Magic Tandem.
And this is the MPL
Meta
Meta
Dive.
Dive.
Kung saan pag-uusapan namin ang mga napaka-importanting bagay at detalye sa paglalaro ng MLBB.
And for episode 1, papakilala namin sa inyo ang Sanctuary Lord.
Ayun na mga kaibigan, the Sanctuary Lord, one of the biggest objectives sa paglalaro ng MLBB. This guy here actually works much like a minion din naman tulad ng Lancer, Infantry, at Cannon, but you have to fight him first. No? Before he will join the fight for you. Ayun ang pinakamalaking bahagi ng Lord para sa inyong team. No? This Lord, upon fighting him, will be joining you in pushing a lane. Makikita niyo dito sa ating screen, ladies and gentlemen, that the Lord here has joined the red side team in taking the push against the inhibitor turret of the blue team.
Kaya nakikita na nga natin na ang red side ay ginagamit na ang Lord sa kanilang pag-push. Ang tanong, paano nga ba nila nakuha yan? Saan at tuwing kailan mo makukuha ang Lord? Napakadali lang naman ang sagot. Ang Lord po ay lumalabas either sa taas ng jungle or sa babang part ng jungle. Every 9 minutes within the game, magsuspawn ang level 1 na Lord. Ngayon, ang tanong, kukunin mo ba mag-isa o kukunin yung 5? Depende sa kalakasan ng team nyo yan. Kailangan nyo lang mag-ingat kasi ang Lord ay merong mga skills. Yung una dyan ay yung casual spin at yung pangalawa naman ay yung tidal burst. Again, pag napatay nyo yung Lord na 9 minutes na, every 4 minutes ng laro, nag-e-enhance yan. Ang tanong, paano pag hindi nyo napatay ng 9 minutes? Kapag nag-12 minutes, biglaan siya magre-respond mag-isa. Magpapalakas siya, kumbaga. So, kada Lord na kada kuha nyo ay lumalakas.
Kaya naman hindi lang basta pagkuha ng Lord ang kailangan mong konsiderahin. There is of course the damage, the execution spell, and also the positioning. All of which that results to you in taking the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, after the Lord has been slain, you can have the Lord fight for you na nga. Wherein you can encash and of course